Oh, I don't. Dang it! I need to make a playlist of music because I keep
Like
forgetting
you've
to do
never
that.
streamed before or
I know I
something.
don't stream.
Are you even a streamer?
Uh,
Do you even stream?
well, given my track record of streaming, I don't think you could call me a streamer. Hi
Do you
guys.
even lift, bro?
I
Hello, everybody.
I lift my own weight daily by standing.
You lift up our spirits.
I lift up. Hey guys, welcome to our banter
Hey,
hour.
people.
You know what I'm gonna do is I should probably put a playlist together. I mean, what am I doing with my life? What am I
Your
even?
your whole life right now is game dev. That's it.
That's true. Let's
You know
see
you're
here.
showing your Discord and
Yeah,
you
I
know.
wanted to show the Discord because I was going to go through the support forum because
Oh,
that's how
smart
I
move.
that's how I know what to look at for the bugs that we're going to fix today. So, let's
Well, I'm going to work on things that are in there too
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome.
because I'm working on the water temple.
Water
And I'm
temple. All right.
got the water. My voice is getting better.
I
I don't know if
noticed. I noticed. It sounds better.
got
Play
the
queue. I have
water.
nothing in the play queue. Absolutely nothing.
Hello, Shorty, how's it going?
Shorty, what's up? I don't know
Wish
if
I could
the
do that.
chat's even working right now. I don't see any new chats,
I
but
don't know if your face is even working.
I
Um,
don't know anything.
the YouTube is no chats, and the Twitch has a chat.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Okay. So it's accurate then.
It is an Acura, Nissan. Wait, not Nissan.
You know
Acura.
what?
Honda.
As beautiful as our music is, I'm just since I don't have a playlist ready, I'm just gonna play the JRPG music playlist here.
Fine, fine. Do what you want.
Because
I can't
unfortunately,
hear any of it. I should put my own music on in that
you
case.
could. Oh, I know
I
this
think
song.
I think my music is coming through you.
Okay, if the music's too loud, let me know. It probably
It's
is.
really loud. It's like blaring out of my ears, man.
Is it really? Or are you just saying that?
I can't hear it. I just literally said I can't hear it. This is what it's like for. It's a little loud, says Shorty. Can't
Okay.
you see your lots? You need to be at like 30% or something.
Okay,
Lots.
I changed
Like,
it. It's quieter now. Is that better? Okay. I think that's probably better because my voice is much louder than it. Okay.
Okay. Well, if it is too loud, just keep telling us.
Yeah, just yell at me and I might listen. Maybe.
You can hear it over the music.
All right. I've been going through this stuff. I'm going to fix like super easy stuff right now just to get it out of the way. Like just like normal typo stuff, right?
Yeah, get all the little stuff taken care of. Makes it feel like we're making progress.
Tress.
And too nice to yell. For now.
Oh, look.
Later.
Insert normally in previous dialogue. Perhaps it's your Dark Elf heritage. So I guess I gotta look at that part of the game, which is in the well. Let's go to the well.
That sounds like a swell idea.
You're too nice to yell? I'm sorry. I'm gonna make you yell one of these days. And Motzi can tell you I'm a pretty infuriating person sometimes.
Especially when you get,
Been
anxiety about
I
feedback.
do get anxiety sometimes, but I'm sorry. Well, Portal. That's where we are.
I wonder if people who, play a video game and don't like what they're playing, envision that the developers that made the game are like, I don't care about you at all.
Oh.
I'm glad you're mad.
Well, I would assume that it would be based off of their previous interactions, maybe with developers. I don't know.
Possible.
Because for us, we've always been very open to feedback and talking to people, but from our experience, sometimes people can sound a little salty at first, and then when you're nice to them, they get nicer. So
I know. I read it sometimes like, wow, like I have sent feedback to developers on products expressing that I was disappointed in something, but I've never done like a review that way. It's usually like an email or something. And those developers have gotten really snippy. There's a product I use for sharing my mouse,
Mm-hmm.
and I had stopped using it because there was some issue with it, and I started using it again because it looked, it's been like a year and a half. Like they must have fixed those issues, and immediately I was having issues. So I
Right.
messaged the person, hey, I wanted you to know that I stopped using this because there were some problems, and I started using it, and I had bought it because it was a very low price. And the developer's like, well, why would you buy it then? There's a demo. There's clearly this. Is like, yo, calm down. Obviously, I'm messaging you for a reason. And I was like, look, the reason I did that was because after a year and a half, what I would have seen as issues previously, with all these updates, I would have expected to be gone. So I'm telling you there's an issue here, and I'm needing some help.
Yeah.
And the person was so snippy, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to talk to you anymore.
Right. Right.
It's still a good product, but it was just so weird. Like, just don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Some developers can definitely be snippy about their own products. I mean, I would say early on in my development days, I was a bit like that because I took everything a little bit to heart because I was like, well, that's my baby. I'm making it. So you can shut up about it.
That's my baby. I'm making it.
But now like I've come to appreciate the feedback to a level that's like it's irreplaceable as a form of getting better at what you do, right? So Bless
Shorty
you.
said, let's pay attention to chat sometimes.
okay.
You see what it's like to deal with EA games. You should see what it's like. Do you mean EA like Electric Arts? Electronic Arts?
Or early access. Maybe he means early access. I don't know. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I already fixed it. So I get distracted easily, guys. Insert normally in previous dialogue. I did. Thank you, Shorty, for the bug report. I'm going to now put this in process. So what we are doing as our process is any tickets you guys make in our support forum on the Discord. Maybe Motzi could share our Discord real quick.
Hey, support forum.
Support forum.
Support forum.
So look. Anyways.
It was like, this is like us talking on Discord.
But yeah, so if you guys have Discord, you want to join our Discord, we take support tickets there. It's a lot easier for us to manage them versus Steam. Not that we won't pay attention to you on Steam, but it's a lot easier because we're in Discord all the time. It's a lot easier for us to see it quickly. So anyways, this is where I'm going. Shorty's good at giving us the typos, which I appreciate. Typo.
Shorty's got those bugs.
As you talk to Atlas, as they depart, Dolian errand note quest. Okay, hold on. I'm no so sure, guys. I'm no so sure either.
I'm no so sure.
I'm no so sure. It's supposed to probably say I'm not so sure, most likely. So anyway, this is in the hall, the dojo.
I wonder, do you have a lag between us talking, or when I start talking, do you hear me?
No, I hear you right away. I'm just.
Okay.
What's up?
I'm just wondering because sometimes I'm like I start talking and then you start talking. And I'm like,
oh, I'm sorry. I'm kind of in my own zone when I work on stuff, so I'm not used to us working on things at the same time.
Let's be real here. This is what it's like when we talk on Discord. The only difference is sometimes I'm talking to you and you just go completely quiet. I'm like, you there, Draft? You go, I'm typing. What? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Now I'm talking like because I'm on stream because I am used to streaming, so I talk like nonstop because that's what you do when you stream, right?
You know, in the water temple, when you go through the temple, it like the first time you do it, the black background thing just pops in.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand what you were saying.
You don't have to. I mean,
okay.
I can show it to you, but
hold on. You can show it to me. Let me switch screens real quick.
I don't know if it'll happen to do it from here.
Boop. Okay. Now we're on Motzi's screen.
Look at me. I'm Motzi. I'm working on it. So when I went here, the very first time that background popped in immediately.
Oh, yeah. That's the issue that we're having when we first use the portals. Things pop in like that. Or like remember when you go to the place behind the the Subatoon Plateau one, and it turns green instantly. That's the same problem.
Yeah, we should probably fix that one here then. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, Motzi's working on the game too, so we're just like, Motzi will get my attention hopefully when he wants to share his screen.
I mean, you can go back to doing your stuff.
Okay.
You're gonna see faster fixes when you do stuff.
Well, yeah, because I'm
you're like banging my
just
head.
changing dialogue is all I'm doing.
Can I create file when the file?
Okay. So this is going to be a little bit harder to find, I feel like. There's a lot of dialogue at this part of the game. As you always tell me, trust Dolian. Okay, so this is Atlas when Sage and you're playing as Pyra. Sage and Atlas are leaving, so it's in the hallway. So I need to find where that happens. Let's see here. Let's look at the events. Room trigger. Sage leaves early. Nope, that's not what it is.
So I did this work for the cloud save system, and then after I did all this work, I realized I didn't need some of it. Because I was like, oh, I have to put these prefixes in front of every name in the save files.
Right.
Like, nope, I figured out how the cloud save system works now. I don't need to do that.
All right. It'll be all right. I don't know. Not so. There it is. Found it. Oh, so easy. I'm no so sure. Maybe I'm trying to click in there so I can see the... There we go. The cursor. Okay, there we go. I'm not so sure. There we go.
Cursor? Like, is it someone saying bad words?
No. Cursor is in, like, where you type or where you click with your mouse. I forgot to post it, but the cylinder stones in the desert, you can get stuck on those while mounted.
Yeah, we're aware of this. Oh, you can get stuck on the stones while you're on a mount?
How does that happen?
Very
You might give us a video or picture example if you run across it again, because it's a little bit more helpful because there's a lot of stone objects. So if I find which one it is, then I could maybe figure out why that's happening.
Wallaber, hello.
The ones you can climb on top of will do.
Yeah, see, do you not hear me? I'm literally talking and you're just talking over me.
Yeah, I heard you, but I was reading the chat. Anyways, what? Maybe I need to turn the music down because it's hard to hear you. Let me see if I can turn you up in Discord. Maybe that'll help.
Turn me up, baby.
But you're like almost peaking. You're almost peaking on Discord.
Reading Wallaber's message, it says,
what?
Motzi's puns are in full effect.
Oh. Yeah, his puns are always in full effect.
You're better at streaming together, I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
We'll get there. How are you guys? Hey, Atticus, welcome. Atticus is a new member. Oh, wow, I just peeked. Atticus is a new member to the Discord.
On the YouTube.
Welcome.
Hello.
And I watched him stream. Thank you for streaming. He's watching on YouTube right now. Look at that.
Yes. We're also on the Twitches.
We're on the Twitches and we're on the YouTubes. Whichever you prefer.
So I was asking Wallaber about how he did cloud saves.
Oh.
Wallaber being the expert developer he is, he's forgotten everything about how he did it.
Oh, well, I think that comes with just being a developer. You just forget what you did.
I know what I'm saying. Like, that's what you do. You forget things. And in my process of trying to figure this out, I was saying just a moment ago that I created a little switch in our configuration where when you start up, it goes and renames the save files so that if your Atlas saves, they'll have Atlas prefixed.
Yeah.
Which maybe I'll leave that in because maybe it's not a bad idea to know that the save file is for a specific character.
Right.
Perhaps it's a bad idea. But then I found out that when I set up cloud saves, I don't have to do that. I could set up different folders.
Oh.
I'm learning.
You're learning.
Then I realized I can't do cloud saves right now because I'm going to have to be sensitive to people's existing save files.
Yes, you
Version
are.
management
Because some people might get mad if save files go away. I don't know. Maybe.
There might be some consternation for sure.
We probably.
Aha! Here I am.
Ha! He's on the Twitch. Atticus is back. It's okay. You can watch however you prefer, but stop by the Twitch instead because I like Twitch better. Okay, that's good. Twitch is, I don't know, Twitch is better in my opinion for watching streams too. I don't know why I feel that way, but it just feels more natural for me to watch them there. Yeah, the chat is better, I feel like, because you have a little bit more I don't know, it's easier to tell who's talking and who's not, and the colors help separate people. Invisible block, yes. So this is the cat, actually. So what's funny about this one is most likely this is the cat event, and it's not being set to not collide after. Yeah, so let me go see if I can fix that.
It's probably Drass's fault.
Oh, yeah, because I'm totally the one that probably set that up. I bet I am. I wonder if the cat is set up in SGB. I can't remember at this point. We'll find out. Planes.
I don't know, but working on that sequence took me hours.
Meowers? Huh. Wow. That's Motsy. If you wonder where a good chunk of our dad jokes come from, it's definitely him and me. Sorry, I did it too. I joined in not long after he gave me the power to do dialogue through Unity. Good. Yep, we've got the power. Okay, that's old ski. Where's my what's it called? The node navigator? Is that what it's called? Graph navigation? Yeah, that's what it is.
Graph navigator panel.
Yeah.
So previously on Mati working on story, we had an external system, a node system that was very loosey-goosey. It was meant for just story dialogue diagramming, but I hooked it up so we could export the data into Unity, and it was really laborious. And so the turn of this year, I made the node-based system in Unity, and it has been glorious. See, I rhymed laborious with glorious on purpose. So now Drass can just, contribute to making problems.
Sparkle, dog, boar. Okay, that's not it. So the node navigator, the node graph navigator, I can't search for event names through that.
Huh? Yeah, you can.
Well, maybe it's not called Flurfikins then. Maybe it's called cat.
No, it's called something that you didn't name properly because that was back
Is it?
before.
Here, I have a quick way of finding that out.
It's something obnoxious, but it's not Flurfikins.
All right.
I got too tired trying to fix it. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna find it.
Well, welcome to Smile Game Builder. Now we're going back in time.
Gotta get back in time.
Someone's in planes. Okay, let's.
It's called OnScript Map Battle. It's called OnScript Map Battle 2_9_2. That's what you call Flurfikins.
On Map Battle 2.
This is your fault.
I know.
You caused it for yourself.
I think.
And I remember. Listen, everybody, you need to understand. In the early days, I said, please make sure you name things properly. And he didn't do it, and now he's suffering the consequences.
Hey, Drastic Action, welcome to the stream. Motsy's berating me right now. Anyways.
And now I have people here to enjoy it, because usually I just do it,
Yeah,
on the side.
usually you just do it like every other hour. It's okay, I'm used to it now.
I told you, fix this.
I told you.
Now you feel like bad because there's other people watching.
Yeah. No, I don't. I get over things pretty quickly.
That's not so true. Fair enough. Fair enough.
On map battle. I'm laughing at myself now, man. Event trigger. On map battle. I bet this is it. Oh, wait. 292 though is what we're looking for. 29. Go to node. Oh, this is it. There it is. This is Flurfykins.
Flurfykins.
Flurfykins. See this last node here?
Flurfykins.
I'm going to teach you something, guys, that you'll never use because this is custom to our game. This node has these parts of the nodes, these little things here, we call them sheets because they were sheets in SGB. So what Motzi did is he basically converted the sheet system into the node system here, so we can make our own sheets in or in Unity, and don't have to bother with SGB, which is in Unity it's a lot easier to make events. I'm gonna, especially with this node system, I'm not gonna lie, Motzi has made this a miracle of science.
I blinded you with science.
Yes, you did.
Ugly facing Denny, cheeky.
So this last sheet is set to collidable, and that's probably the problem. What I most likely will need to do is put a debug message there just in case.
Just in case there's some weird script or something.
Yeah.
I tried, yeah.
So we'll put
Oliver has tried.
invisible as part of the message here. Invisible.
Wallaber
Wallabear.
has tried. Okay, I just want to make sure you actually can hear me. Wallaber has tried to regale me with the fact that I didn't build all this stuff from scratch. And he always says, well, you should have just built it all from scratch. And I said, no, that's not how this works. And so, I mean, he's not wrong. It would have been fine, except then I would just have different problems if I built it all from scratch. I mean, let's be real. If I did it from scratch, I just have different problems that I'd have to solve. It wouldn't necessarily be better. We need to do like an emote for ugly faces.
I know we do. Like have different emotes for him, and the chat could like make him do stuff. That would be awesome.
Good thing we
Yeah,
have
drastic action is relating to my shenanigans. So thank you, drastic action, for being like me. I don't think that's a compliment, but I'm sorry.
There's nobody like you.
There's nobody like you. There's nobody like Dress. It's true. I'm kind of. I'm a bit
Sorry,
of.
that's a really bad voice.
All right. Welcome, Cheeky Chi. If I haven't said that already, I'm sorry, but welcome. Anyways, that should fix.
Anti-ways.
This should fix Flurfykins. I could test it, which I might do because that's probably a good idea. The spell corrections, it's not so important. But the invisible cat, yes, that's important. So what I'm going to do again is put this in process. So, I was going to explain our process here. So the bugs that you guys report in the support forum, if it has a tag on here for in process, that means we're working on it. And most likely it'll be in the next patch. So, FYI, if you see that, you're good to go. What's up, buddy? You having a problem? You need to show the chat the problem you're having?
I'm making sure the chat what I'm working on because it's the most obnoxious thing.
Oh. Here, I can share your screen.
Showing?
Not yet, not yet. Right about now.
I mean, this all started with me working
There you
on
go.
the shift thing.
Yeah.
And then this is one of the common problems people see here, which is you come in and it does
the
that,
wa-
but watch
yeah.
this. Watch this. If I come in and I just run straight across it,
You can.
uploading.
Nice.
And this has to do with the fact that this plank is After Effects. It was added on top of the Unity scene, separate from the small game builder logic.
Oh.
So the way we actually handle the collision there is a small game builder collider, and we're just basically making this visual on top of it. So it's really just a
Gotcha.
visual effect.
Okay. Okay.
And so now I got to figure out how to freaking fix that for good. Because it's supposed to be on by default. It's not supposed to fill up like that. It's
Right.
supposed to
I'm going to
come in.
transform you and flip you horizontally. I thought I already had you flipped.
This is a family-friendly stream, Dress.
I don't know what wasn't family friendly about that, but okay.
Some rooms, if you turn off the water off and back on, it makes the bridges invisible despite the water level. That's possible. I remember how to fix that, I think. And you can cross them. Yeah, it's because when we talked about physics earlier, that's the one place I've used physics in the game. So the planks are actually floating on top of on top of the plane that's the water.
Mm-hmm.
And something to do with the timing of how the map loads, they fall through. Attach the image of the bridge to the visual razor, so when the water razor.
Your luck. It's just your luck. Okay.
Yeah.
That's another typo.
The poem Atticus, to your point that you're making, I don't know why I put that. Is from Real Good, is that when the water goes below the level of the map. And so originally I was like, I'm just gonna attach it, but you have to have it be able to stop when it hits the ground. And so rather than figure out anything smart to do there, which I guess I could have done something where I detected placement, I was like, I'll just turn physics on because that's easy, right? Physics solves everything.
That won't cause any problems.
It was a piece of cake. I mean, it generally worked.
Yeah, it generally.
We do what
Flipping
we can
real good. Hey, Marcus. Long time no see, my friend.
What happened?
Welcome to the stream.
Loaded.
How you been? How you been?
No, I fixed that. Oh, I'm so mad.
All right, here we go.
I think this is a known issue where if I go to continue and I like spam the button,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I can fix it. I can fix it.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my screen sharing.
Why can't I fix that? What's wrong with that?
Oh, that's Motsy's face. Oops.
You gonna go back to your screen?
Yep. Here we go. I gotta do a spell check. Another spell check. This is in the Oasis, or not Oasis, the Northern Outpost. Oops, wrong window. My bad. All right, here we go. Outpost. All right, so let's go to the Northwest Outpost, Endless Dunes. Perfect. All right, all right, all right. So we need to find the guy that talks to you right when you get into town, which I forgot what his name is. It's NPC something or other.
I don't know.
I think it's at the top. Oh, there it is. I found him.
If it works, don't fix it, as they say. They are making a prequel movie for the Willy Wonka. Really?
Oh, looks like I fixed that one. I just haven't. Well, maybe. You're lucky I came across you all. Okay, that's the other one. There was another one here. Maybe I. Oh, this one's the old man. Lucky worm. I may have already fixed these. Let me set them to in process. I guess I forgot to set it in process, which happens from time to time. Pyra looks like we need to go down a worm. Yeah, I think I fixed that one. But I will make doubly sure. This one's the temple map. Temple. I will make doubly sure.
Concerning when I go look at my mail and there's literally nothing in my inbox. Oh, there.
Yep, I fixed this one. So hunt down a worm. Hunt down this worm. Hunt down a worm. Okay. Cool.
Are you gonna fix the worm trigger while you're playing with your worm?
What? Don't insinuate anything, my friend.
The worm trigger. I don't get to see your face except for as a reaction after the fact.
Worm trigger. Yeah, maybe. What's wrong with the worm trigger again?
It doesn't trigger well. Remember, someone was doing like they were walking in the desert and they couldn't find where the worm triggers.
Oh yeah, that would be a longer process because I want to kind of redo that section. So
can you like temporarily fix it by just making the trigger area larger?
Yes, I can do that. That's a good idea.
Rather than try to make a perfect solution.
I agree with your.
As perfect as you are as a human, not everything
thanks,
has to
buddy. Endless Dunes South is where that's located. Oh yeah, this is Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Don't play
Don't
with
play-
your worm on stream. Yeah, I think that's frowned upon by Twitch. We might
Yeah, I
get
think
banned.
it's a rule or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. No playing with worms allowed.
Marcus, how are you finding anything on those graphics? Experience. I've forgotten the placement. Well, we have some tools I made to also help. Although I don't know if Drash uses them.
I use
We
them
have
occasionally.
I also recently added something where if we're trying to find our way around, we can control click on the node point and we'll take us to the next node.
All right. It's 7 now instead of 4.
What is?
The distance to trigger the event. I think that's better. Because if it's too far, it'll be off screen. And you don't want that. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is so fun. Yes, I loved that game. In fact, yeah, I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 first. So when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out, I was super hyped about it. Because obviously the first game was hype too. But I don't know, I think I like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 better as far as the overall gameplay mechanics. Even though it gets a little convoluted here and there. The other thing I liked about Xenoblade Chronicles was that you could collect the drivers like they're Pokemon. It's kind of fun.
Pokemon, gotta catch them all.
Pretty much, you gotta catch them all. I love Xenomech games on the old ones on Cosmos. Cosmos? I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
Let's give them something to talk about. Sorry.
Xenomech games. I don't think I've heard of any Xenomech games. I remember Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I didn't finish that game because I found it harder to get into that game. I don't know why. I think it was just the open world aspect of it that was kind of it's just too much. It's too much. I got off task. Wait, it's like Breath of the Wild. Like when they give you like all the stuff in the world to do, it's like I could never stay on task because I was like, oh, what's over here? And I would just like waste an hour and a half just going off to do something that wasn't really super story driven or anything.
Hey, Michael.
What's up,
Michael?
Michael?
Reading to do.
Cosmos is a character in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. How am I not remembering this?
Because you have a bad memory. I thought we
I do have a bad memory. Why am I not remembering this?
When you think about some of our early days in working on the game,
She's the one
Drash
that
and I would have planning sessions where we would sit down and we get all of it hammered out. And we would explain it and we would talk about it. We would get all sorted. And then like a few weeks later, they're like, look what I made. And it's like completely opposite of what we talked about. It was like some obscure thing we talked about. I'm like, that's not what we talked about. Like, yeah, it was. We just like, no, look. And I like pull up notes that we had. Like, oh, well, you know, I guess I'll have to go fix it.
I now know which character you're talking about. I remember now. It's the
Blue
one
hair.
that's the robot they brought back to life that joined the party or whatever. That was I forget the other character. See, I'm really bad at character names. I cannot remember character names for the life of me. But it was the little animal guy that had his father had a robot that they brought back to life or whatever, right? Jeez, man, I'm so bad. All I know is I had a lot of fun with that game, okay?
You're so bad, you're good.
It's so bad.
I'm bad.
Also, I haven't played that game in a long time, like since it released. So it's like, yeah, I've slept several nights since then.
Several nights. That's one way of putting it.
This is Octopath Traveler music, which is also very good.
really good that you have your screen shared right now because I am doing the slow grind.
Oh, I'm getting lost in the own thing. I'm not even doing anything right now. I need to focus.
What? Get to work.
I know.
Grass
Jeez.
supposed to
I'm
be
glad you
getting-
mentioned that you were doing work, because then it reminded me that I needed to do work too.
Able
Okay.
to group node and title. It's so it's actually possible to tell what's going on. There is a group thing, but it doesn't. It's not really that great. Do you guys have a specific amount of hours you'd like the total game? Yeah. The amount of hours of the current early access was our original number of hours for the game. So anything else is gravy on top.
Gravy. Imagine doing work. Yeah, imagine.
I think that I think in practical terms, based on what we're
This
learning,
box.
we envisioned per character 10 to 15 hours.
Mhm.
I'm feeling like just based on what we've been doing and seeing, it's probably gonna be 15 to 20 per character. I can't imagine it being less because we already know where we're going in the next section. But it's not a trivial amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll find out. I mean, it's a pretty hefty amount. So, if you think about playtime through one character versus like all three characters, it can be a highly variable experience.
All right, we're going to the bandit cave now. Bandit hideout. All right,
Congrats on
so
your unpaid vacation. Wait, unpaid vacation? That doesn't sound.
does that mean you just don't have work right now? Maybe that's what he means.
Oh, I know it's what he means.
Oh, okay.
Unemployed.
Oh, I'm sorry, Marcus. Are you on the hunt? On the hunt, as it were.
I thought unemployment is paid. You don't get unemployment over there? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, well, some places they give you unemployment, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
My
So I
employers
gotta-
are 6 in, so unpaid is okay.
I gotta figure out this rock, which one it is. 'cause I
Oh,
don't-
6 and 8. I was like, is that code for something? No, they're children.
So that's Atlas. This is exit block. So it's not that one. Boulder one, I bet that's it. Maybe.
You're bold.
Oh no, this is the other boulder.
Why is the state not open?
I don't know.
How dare you?
Are you yelling
I
at your
want it to be
computer?
Open.
Okay, there's got to be an event that I'm missing here. So what I'm trying to fix is a transfer event from a boulder or rock. That sends you back to the other section. It may not be a boulder or rock. I probably need to look in SGB again, because I'm sure I didn't name it something smart again. Let's see here. So that's going to be...
Mardigan. It made me think of Mad Mardigan.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, I see. This is a room that doesn't have.
So
Did we ever mean to have the entrance of the buried temple have water in it?
So how did the name come about for the game? Whose idea was it? It was a collective approach. So when we were naming things early on, we just we used words that we wanted to represent the game. So like alter and shift were part of that, because we knew we wanted the world to flip around, and we knew we wanted things to change, like alter. So eventually we ended up at Alterium Shift, and Alterium being the mineral of the world that provides the power, and then Shift being the changing or of the world itself. So kind of, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, basically, originally we called it a flip. Like you
Yes.
flip the world around. But that didn't really sound good. And so we were trying to find words that could be used similarly. That's
Mhm.
what we felt like shift was a better term. And yeah, Alterium. We kind of borrowed from the whole Avatar thing, unobtainium.
Mm.
We just add ium to the end of the word.
Yep.
Terraform,
it turns it into a
like an element. Yeah.
an element, yeah. So is
Funny,
it
actually.
boulder big rock? No, not big rock. Exit block. So it is exit block, but no, that's the one that goes down. Oh, transfer to northeast low. Maybe that's what it is. So now we need to look in here. Transfer. Oh, that doesn't work. It's not finding the... Maybe I'm not using that event.
Did your grandpa's once wear a turtle shell? Josh added that one. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it is definitely a reference to Dragon Ball. Master Roshi. So, an old guy wearing a turtle shell, yeah. I mean...
A little shell.
Yeah.
Turtle shell. I've been waiting for 5 weeks to hear back from our secret service. They're being slow as per usual. Shh. Don't tell anybody.
It's a secret. It's a secret.
Sorry for the short stay. I need some sleep. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Cheeky. Have a good
Oh,
sleep.
Cheeky, thank you for coming by. You've been a wonderful supporter since meeting you. Thank you so much.
And then after meeting you, even. Too.
Oh, yes, that's what I mean.
I used to support this
You're
game.
a continued
I still do,
supporter.
but I used to. Why do you keep talking over me? Do you literally not hear me talking? I don't
No,
understand.
well, I wasn't finishing. Okay, anyways, go ahead.
I catch it when there's a pause, and then you're like,
I think, yeah.
that's how you sound.
Sorry, my bad. I'm
You
trying.
literally
Okay.
make that.
Man, phone typos. Man, this phone typos me so hard.
The phone type.
Oh, the phone is causing typos. I got you.
Don't worry, we use full keyboards and we still typo everywhere.
Yeah, every day. Every day
Okay.
we're typoing.
So there are problems.
There's problems, okay. How do we fix those problems? It's not it, man.
I don't know.
Exit block. Okay, so this is supposed to be a condition, right? Where's the
What's
conditions?
happening?
So I don't think this is it either. Is there an update event?
I catch what you guys are putting down usually. Well, that's good.
That's
Glad that
good.
It's not completely esoteric. Here, we try very hard. It's a lot to get. You know, there's a lot of content. There's a lot of technical. The game has changed a lot since our very first demo, but the bones of it are still there. So if you were to play the first demo and then play the new one, unless you played it for more than a little bit, you wouldn't really see a lot different. Especially if you only played one character. First demo, you didn't even choose your character. In Alterium Shift, the character choose you. Choose you. Try and make it. Or is this?
I decided to just navigate my Okay, that's not it. That's not it. Okay, that's the minecart
does this
event.
work?
That's not it. I have so many transfers in here.
You
Transfer
know what?
What?
I think I know what's going on.
Exit block. 2 point.
Is it in the map?
No, that's not it.
F1. Buried Temple F1. That's for floor. The F stands for floor. My spelling mistakes are technically an issue and are totally an issue and not me. Oh, a technical. Sorry, I can't even read. They're totally a technical issue, yes.
Oh, I think I found
Problem
it.
with the tools you're using.
Oh, no, that's the other one. But this might be what I need.
Variable IT 100?
No, that may not be the one I need. Man, I'm struggling finding the event that that transfers the player to the northern part. But maybe I have it set. Maybe I have it set in SGB, and I'm just being silly about this whole thing. Oh, yep, I probably do. I thought I had it set as a, okay. So, but that's only if you collide with this event. So,
I'm a collider. I'm a
when,
collider.
yeah, so you shouldn't be teleporting there. So why does this, why does running over here teleport you to,
Or you can just put like the size of the area that triggers it.
well, that's what I thought I was doing, but apparently this is there's an event right here that transfers you to the map, that this, whatever you run over here to. So I thought I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing some weird things apparently.
Well, where's the event that does the trigger?
It's this one. Here.
Oh, it's hard for me to see because okay.
Right.
But does it have a collider on it?
Yeah, it's make contact with event. So it's like, it's
How
not,
large is the collider?
it's just one. It's like if you go to the middle of the little walkway through.
Only
here.
if you go to the middle will it trigger moving.
No.
What causes the? I think you might have put a note. You must have done a note.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was looking for, was a transfer node, basically,
Yep.
that sends you there. But I'm having trouble finding that because I teleport a bunch of events around on this map because there's a lot of the bandits in the scenes. So I just teleport them to different places for depending on the scene. So I have a ton.
So you don't know which one you use to make the map change.
Yeah, that's what I'm having trouble.
You can
finding.
find that by looking for all the teleport events.
Yeah,
Find
that's
the
what I
ones
have
that-
here. There's a whole list of them.
Very holistic solution.
Yeah, right. Okay, this is teleport character.
I don't know why I
search.
venture into things or objects. Blame this box bug on me. No, it's not your fault. It's Drasta's fault. Let's be
Yeah,
clear
it's
about
something I did wrong.
it. We definitely have to make sure fault is clear in this case.
Yep, it's me. Don't worry yourself over finding bugs that I created. Let me worry about fixing them. Oh wait, here's a transfer.
The
Teleport
witch-
player. Oh, this is the one that goes. Wait, okay, hold on. I need to look at the message again and make sure this is right. If you walk into this box, you can leave the room you're not supposed to leave. Right. But, Shorty, do you know which map it transferred you to? Was it the one where you have to do the puzzle with Atlas? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because this one definitely goes up to the one with the rail card in it. Okay, yeah. So that's... This is not that one. Because this one goes up to the northern rooms and not the northwest map.
This problem is really hard to solve.
Thank you, Matsi.
Does the rail get it?
Yeah, I get it. Thank you.
Anytime.
I'm
I'm here for you.
You're here for me. It's funny because I get it. I'm not like annoyed by your dad jokes, but I also dish them out pretty regularly. So I just don't. I'm not quick on the thought process of those. I have to actually like sit down and think about them. Exit
just
block.
set it
This is not player.
By default. Maybe that
There's
will solve
got to
this
be
problem.
somewhere that we're triggering a transfer via node. But where is the question? This is...
I don't know. But this problem is very triggering.
Nope, this is the northern rooms again. Why do I have two of those? Is it because... Oh, it's because I have different sections when that could happen. That's right. That is correct. Wallaber!
You've given us the thumb. Thanks, Walliver.
We will find where this transfer event is eventually.
Why does it not work? Setting shift state to true.
Everybody,
Seems
thumbs
good.
up.
Everybody. Homestar Runner? Anybody?
Yeah,
Anybody?
everybody. Oh, the email. I always
Dear
watch.
Strong Bad.
I used to watch Strong Bad a lot. Yeah, go check that room. Okay, so that's again the other one that I don't need. Man, it's like finding a needle in the haystack. Seriously is. Because there's so many transfer events that I have on this map. It's ridiculous.
It's not like finding a genie in a bottle, that's for sure.
I mean, they are colored. I could just try to find all the orange one. Oh, no. Well, wait, what is this?
I'm a genie
Exit
in
block.
a bottle.
Oh, that's the exit block event. Can you live play that room? I could. I could probably find it easier that way, maybe. Could I? Well, I guess it could.
Yeah, because it'll show what triggers.
But
I'd
I'd have to get to that exact point in the game. So that'll be the thing. So let's see if I have a...
Because of all the state changes?
It's not a miss. Lowerton.
You can,
there we go. Lowerton Plains, South Mine entrance. And I'm with Atlas, so I should be able to do this.
We need a t-shirt. I'm with Atlas.
Walk up to the boxes and you'll teleport instantly. Okay. Can always see how these events play out anyways. It's always good to see it. Alright, let's go. I shouldn't have the hermit here, but it doesn't matter.
But you matter.
It's quite alright. Yeah, this is spoiler territory, guys, by the way, so just so you know.
Don't get spoiled.
Don't get spoiled if you don't want to be spoiled by the story.
So the problem is the gate. I mean, it's not. Yeah,
Probably should pause the music that's playing.
I don't have a way to configure these gate things to be turned on by default. That's the problem.
Well, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm as lost as you are.
Well. Okay, I have an idea.
Whale, like the ocean animal?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna save here. And
F1.
then that way I can retest it if I need to. Well, I might actually change. Oops. Let's do that.
There's no entrance graph for the very second. Oh.
Yeet. Yeet.
The hermit. We could give the hermit a shell.
Yep. All right, now I'll save here. This is a better place to save. So it's after the sequence, though, or after the boss sequence. So I might have to just save there. Because you can't move until after the boss sequence. Go check that room up there. I will. Because you're gonna make me.
There's not even an app data for the F1 entrance.
Wake up, Sage. Yes, wake up, Sage. Sage wakes up and faces the wrong direction. It's pretty funny. So kind of you to join us. All right, here comes the battle. I should have just increased my levels. Oh well, that's okay.
You can do it now if you want to. You just go change.
You can do it in battle?
I think so. Or you can change it. Maybe you can.
No, I've had trouble with it in battle. It's okay. This is an easy fight. It's funny because normally you can't have 4 people in the party, but it lets you. It lets you. Let's do triple arrow.
It's possible to do it, even though you're not.
Not technically supposed to. This is dev power right here. I have the power.
You've got the power.
Aha! I just thought of another UI suggestion I wanted to bring up. Great. We will take all of the suggestions because honestly, we need them. Essence charge. Fury strikes.
8 inlet. F1 gate.
All right.
It's gonna be
Let's take down these people. Protect. Protect is the best. Always use protect with Atlas. Okay, guys. Fury strikes. Another good one. Although Pyra's kind of weak right now because she's not leveled up. Oh yeah, that takes so much less damage. Because normally they'll do about 20 to you at this level. If you're not like super leveled up. Sage is also weak. Let's see here. Let's do protect again. I want to get my burst bar up real fast so I can just take these guys out quickly.
F1 gates.
All right, here we go. Magic.
Oh, it's magic.
Oh, Pyra has her burst ability ready. That's good. Let's do volley. And then...
It looks so tiny on your screen.
Yeah, you watching me? All right. Let's do dancing flames. Oh yeah. Now we just gotta kill Berserk Face.
Berserk. Why did he just stand up straight when he does his thing?
Probably because I didn't create an animation for his ability. My bad. It's easy, you know. When I make these animations, sometimes, you know, I just try to get the base ones in first, and then when I notice that I didn't create specific ones, that's when I'll go back and create specific ones. Wow, this guy has some health. That's good. He's a boss. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. You're tougher than I thought. And then he runs away. I need to make a run animation for him. Farewell, suckers. Boom. Okay, I'm going to save right here. Pancake. I pancaked this anymore. Now the exit is blocked. See, I can pun too. I wrote all this dialogue.
Yep, it's fun with Motzi and Drasray.
And you can pun back, which is funny. So you could say, Sage, no. And then you could say, that's a little insensitive. Or you could say, it's all just stacking up. Pancakes stacking up. And then Pyra says, you two are just plain waffle.
You know, you should also have something like, before we move
Sage,
on,
no. Hey,
we
I
check for plundering.
Sorry. Go ahead.
You just talk right over me.
Well, I saw the chat and I just want to say hi. Go ahead.
Before we move on, should we check for Punder? Since it loses all of its power because you...
Because I interrupted you. I'm so sorry.
Might as well just give up.
Okay. How do I figure out? How do I do these things?
How do I live without you?
How do I know which transfer
live
event is going to trigger?
Without you.
It's not a trigger. It's not a transfer. That's a walk. Let's see. What is this? Wait. I think that's a walk event too. Yeah, see, it's none of these. It's got to be a quick transfer. That's what I'm thinking, like. But it's nowhere to be found. It's nowhere to be found. It's the local variable. What is this? Player. Walk. It's just a walk. It's a door. Man, I tell you what. Transfer to node. Let's see. See, this is the boulder transfers. This is not transferring the player. That's transferring a rock. That doesn't transfer the player. That doesn't transfer the player. Let's just go down the list again. Shall we? Gotta find it eventually. What's up?
Can I ask you a question while you do this?
Yeah, what's up?
For the entrance of the water temple, was it supposed to have water in the beginning or not?
Yes, remember? Just that.
No, the very entrance, the one that's just like a nothing entrance. It's supposed to have water.
Right. Yes, just that little section because you can't open that section until, or well, you could open it, but then the.
No. There's an entrance. There's like a whole map for entrance that you walk through.
Yes. Oh,
no
the
gates or
entrance.
anything.
No, there's no water until the whole thing's filled up. I bet. That would probably make the most sense. Why do we even have that there? I don't know. Maybe I just made that.
It was meant to be. When you do entrances, it's just sort of like a guide into the map, so you're not just throwing
Right.
into it.
We can put water in
I
there
think
after the
we can-
puzzle's complete.
No, I think it can have water. I think we're gonna put water.
You're gonna put water in there just to show that water exists.
Yeah, like the water temple, right?
Right,
And then you go
right.
into it. Probably more. Here.
Okay. I dig what you're putting down.
You picking it up?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. That's what I meant to say.
Which means I have to go back. What's the map before the temple?
The one outside. It's the Endless Dunes Temple. That's what it's called. Dun, dun, dun,
Endless
dun. I love the cave music, man. It is a jam. Shout out to Jonathan Shaw, our composer, who just is plumb crazy amazing.
Music it up, yo.
He is quite the talented fella. I'm not gonna lie.
Ella, hey, he's
Yeah,
a
see-
talented
Wait,
fella.
what is this?
Ella.
That's still not player. I cannot find the event, so something is happening. Maybe that event is getting moved at some point. Exit block. When is exit block getting moved?
You could figure it out.
Yeah, I've got to figure it out because I don't want people randomly
Can you get
teleporting.
back to the sequence where you're getting teleported? Because we can look at it on the map.
Yeah, let me get back there. Go back. Wait. C says if you go
can-
over here, you'll teleport. Oh, yeah, it is right there.
Right there. So
Oh, I bet it's a 15 wide collider. I bet that's what it is.
that's what I was asking you earlier. I thought you had a collider that was just large.
Yeah, it might be. Now that I think about it. So it might just be the object that's on that event.
Did you set it up on the event in SGB or do you have it on
Probably. I bet that's what I did.
Well, you fixed it before by just touching on the node, using an actual node for it.
Oh, I could. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we know a solution now. I spent way too long on that. Sorry, guys. But you know what? This is the process. This is what happens sometimes. You have to just kind of figure out the best way to solve a problem.
We're going to be looking into some better ways to handle map transfers anyway, because when we started this, we were using Smile Game Builder. So all the maps Dras built, he just put these transfer events in. But it doesn't translate very well to Unity. It's not hard, it's not easy to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it also adds to the overhead. So we're going to probably find a better solution down the road. Every year, it seems like every iteration of this game, we've created tools that make it faster and faster and faster to develop and
Yep.
improve, some core things. And this is maybe time to work on that.
Okay. So I'm just going to add a new sheet here. We're going to ignore the old one. Debug. Bye-bye, old sheet. Sounds like a bad sheet. Go away, sheet. Okay. We'll set this to... I want to just put old on there. It doesn't matter. What it says. What am I going to do? I want to play music now. Atticus, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Hey, I finally found what I need to do. I found out what I need to do as a person to solve
So I
this
think you came
problem.
back just in time, is what he's saying.
Yeah, you came back just in time for me to solve the problem I had been experiencing this whole time. Okay, so
Were we supposed to announce anything tonight, by the way?
Do we want to announce anything tonight?
Don't know. I don't know. Do we?
We can if you want to do it tonight, or we can do it another night after the sale.
Well, what I was gonna say is we can at least announce the milestone thing.
Yeah, we can announce the milestone.
We hit our first milestone.
We did.
Which means, I guess tonight or tomorrow we'll send out access to the desktop background.
Yeah.
So first milestone in our sales goals. It means we've made over 1,000 copies sold, not given away because we have more than that from people who take activations. But we finally hit our first goal.
Yeah,
this is good. It's actually really, it's a hard number to achieve. And we appreciate everybody's support for sure.
So that we can show the. I don't even know if I have the image right now. Picture.
We'll have more to say after the sale because we got some ideas, but we don't want to talk about it yet.
Oh, that's that other image. That's funny. Okay, where did I put it? Who knows? I don't know where I put it. What? There we go. Sales goals. Why can I not open that in just a thing? I swear. I'm for someone who uses computers all the time, I'm pretty bad at using computers.
Hello.
Baku-san. Thank you.
Is
hey.
it Baku-san or Baku-san?
Baku-san. Baku.
Yes, watching your playthrough. We stayed up so late to watch you play through.
Yes, we did. But it was fun.
Although I have to, my favorite thing is still to this day, I feel like we should have like a special reward for people who find the one thing that hasn't been found yet. But unfortunately, I can't say what it is, or else it'll give a hint. Actually, there's two things.
Yeah.
There's still two things in the game that people have not found in the early section of the game. I'm sure there's another later. GHST Pixel, watch your wife play. It was a lot of fun. Well, thank you.
Yeah, here
we are doing bug fixing because there are so many bugs.
So yeah, we hit.
Don't.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, don't be sorry, Buxton. That was so worth it. I mean, just watching somebody get what we were trying to do, because people can't always see past the bugs or some things about the dialogue or story they don't like. So some people they're done, right?
They're done. Yeah.
And you're just like, I'm gonna just do everything, which is exactly when I was making this. I was like, what if somebody talks to this thing? And what if they do it 5 times? So you did exactly that. I'm just gonna talk to everything like 10 times.
Yep. That was amazing to watch. It's always fun when we see somebody do that because we're just like, yes, finally. Did that as well. Thanks, Atticus. Yeah, that's, those interactions, there's going to be more of them. Like, in our later game, it's a little more sparse just because I was the one that set up a lot of the later game interactions. And it was getting the basics set down for Motzi to come back and revise. So that's kind of our workflow right now because Motzi's doing a lot of technical stuff. I'll lay down the groundwork for the story. And it may not be perfect, but it gets the point across of the story. And then later on, Motzi will come through and make iterations on it to make it better, make the story... Because he's the one that really started this whole story with the 3 characters. Yeah, and anything that you see at the beginning of the game, that was mostly Motzi creating that stuff. Claps to him because he did an amazing job.
Yeah, please go ahead and give me the clap. Your favorite thing to do in the series is talk to the Perils, because the Perils will sometimes say something. Yes. Well, we got some feedback where someone was kind of annoyed that you talked at the same thing and it'll be giving you the same dialogue.
Yes.
Which, of course, I say, look, I would love to make every single thing in this game have a completely unique thing to say. Practicalities are not there. It's just not possible.
Right.
In fact, we have more interaction than most games do. The amount of content we have is probably equivalent to some full games out there. So while I do want to enhance that, it's not going to be possible to make everything completely unique.
Right.
But
we decided that it'd probably be easier by region to go ahead and give some of those objects like different stuff. Right now they're pretty much the same, but once we go back and redo things, we're gonna add some Easter eggs, of course. Yes, Xenoblade music is the bomb, and I love this song. This is one of my favorite songs from the game.
So Josh has up here the sales goals. We just want to rehash on this. We will say with full disclosure, because we've never done this process before, that we're not even sure if people connect with the sales goal thing. It's not like a Kickstarter where you can have a more significant monetary impact unless you decide to buy like 20 copies of the game, right?
Right.
Usually people buy one copy, and so now we're trying to do volume-based goals. So
Right.
You got to get enough people interested in it. However, regardless, we wanted to have some goals, because if we're going to have a sales goal, we should have something to go along with it.
Yeah.
And as we said, we just hit our 1K copy sold, actually sold. That is even including the fact that some people returned the game, and we've had a lot of free activations. So again, thank you for everybody who purchased the game. If you guys have purchased it and you like the game, we would absolutely appreciate even the smallest of small reviews on Steam. The reviews matter, and if you don't know exactly how much they matter, we're sitting at 13 reviews. Every one of them but 2 are negative, so all of them are positive, and because of that, we have a mixed rating, which has an impact on what people
And we
think
actually have
about the
more
game.
reviews than that, but a lot of those reviews were also free copies, either to curators or to friends or
family.
Twitter streamers, that kind of thing. Or not Twitter, Twitch streamers and stuff
Twitch
like that.
streamers.
So,
I mean, like, there's only so much we can do in that department, but
right.
It's a sad reality of it. Getting reviews is necessary, and improve the nation. I mean, look, you can be. There was one review that was literally just like so much sighing, and I guess maybe they didn't like the jokes. Like, that's a weird thing to just go and put a negative review on. Another review was very thorough. A person who played the game a year plus ago, and they were excited to see what came up next, and then they bought the version, and they felt like it hadn't grown since it was a year ago. I did ask them to maybe take a look at the demo and still give us more feedback. So I think a lot of it has changed, but whatever. People are entitled to give a thumbs down.
Yeah.
However, if you've purchased the game and you were willing, we would absolutely love the smallest of reviews, because that will offset it. And reviews have impact on game sales growth. And going back to our sales goals here, the reason we have that, it's not because we're saying we want money, right? I mean, full disclosure, while we won't talk about anything related to numbers, we have a publisher. And the publisher has invested into this project with us. A year ago, they came to us and said, we love this project. We want to do something. And we negotiated on things like having funding to work on it. So Drax can be full-time. And we've been working our butts off. Well, now we've got the game launched, at least in early access. We're trying to help recoup some of that cost, because you can't, forever live off of a certain, a discrete amount of money. And so more sales is better. It helps the publisher, who's been helping us this whole time, behind the scenes and doing press releases and everything. And it helps us, because not only do we get a little bit, like a little drop of that, but it helps sort of continue to prove the viability of the project. Right? We're not saying don't buy the game if you don't like it, right? Please don't put a comment if you don't like it, but if you want to, fine, whatever. But if you like the game, you want to share it with people, and you want more people to buy it, please, by all means, put a review, tell your friends about it. I'm trying to show, and Dras and I are trying to show, even through doing live debugging and showing some of the innards of the game, we are invested in this game with the community. This is not a game where we just throw out there and then people complain about problems and we just ignore them. We're not doing that. We might reach a point of saturation where we just can't keep up, but that's different, I think, than just completely ignoring people or getting mad about their feedback or saying, this is my way of doing it, and I don't care what you're saying. We care what people say. We will filter all of that feedback through the lens of what we're trying to achieve. We're not going to do every single feature someone asks for, but I'm guessing 9 times out of 10, if you have a suggestion, we probably have it in our backlog somewhere, and we just have to have time to do it. So that's what this is about, right? We want to work with the community. I don't know how many people do this with early access games, but this is the only way we know how to operate. Iterative development, ongoing improvement, getting feedback, working with people. Y'all that have been supporting us has been so heckin' amazing. our Discord has been nothing. No one has really been chatting. People show up and nothing. We've done it early access. We've got so many amazing humans now that are there. It actually gave us a reason to make our Discord
more organized.
And it's been great. I love it. It's just fantastic. I know Drast does too. We don't love the bugs, but we'd rather find them and fix them than not. And we'd rather people know that we want to fix them than to feel like we just don't care.
Right. Yeah, and it just goes back. It just goes back to us. That feedback is essential to us making the game better, right? Like we've always been saying, and the fact that new people are constantly now joining our Discord, it gives us hope. It gives us more hope, for the game. The more, even with all the bugs that we're getting reported, we're like, this is awesome, because otherwise, how are we going to find these bugs? How are we going to improve the game from the feedback? It's almost impossible for two people to just do this by ourselves without your support. So thank you. Thank you.
Atticus, I think our auto mod might have caught you. Or was it? Is it because you used a word that it said foul language? So sorry about that. But thanks for your words and thanks for gifting that to somebody so you could purchase it. We really appreciate that. That's what you said in your words. Anyway, I don't want to un-auto mod it because it does have a word. Is that a bad word? It's kind of like so yeah, we showed you guys our tiers and our tiers. You guys can see we hit our 1K mark. Our next milestone is 2.5, and our final milestone we're really trying to hit at is 5,000 sales in a month. Now we also know that once this sale ends, it's very likely that what we're doing is going to be even harder to achieve. So Drast and I've talked. We're not going to tell you specifically what we're going to do, but we will have something to share with the community and with the broader community of people maybe who haven't purchased the game yet, something that people might like. So we will have that, I think, is it Thursday? Because Wednesday's when the sale ends, right?
I think tomorrow's the last day of the sale.
Tomorrow's last day of sale, so very likely on Thursday we will have an announcement and an update to the game and some other stuff to share with the community.
Yes.
And we might, and hopefully people will like it.
Yeah, I think that.
Thank you, Atticus. We appreciate that.
That's awesome.
One thing we'd love to hear from people is, does this? We were talking about this. We don't know if people care about the tiered copy sold. And I know we don't have like a huge group of people here. We got really awesome, dedicated people here. Does it make sense to show the sales goal? Do people care about that? Does that move people? Does that move the needle? It may not be important. And if it's not important, we'll figure out a different way to communicate goals. Of course it does. Okay, Atticus. Well, Atticus says it does, so we are good. See, I told you so. What? Sample size +1.
Sample size +1. All right.
Thank you, Atticus. If you're passionate, so are we. Well, we appreciate it. We want to be passionate. We still want to avoid Kickstarter, although we can see the appeal to it. We might consider Patreon, although that does take some work.
Yep.
And we're also curious if the community cares about that sort of thing. Patreon does take some work to maintain, but we can do things like have tiers, and some of the ideas we have even align with this sales goal thing, such as having if a certain level of backer on Patreon, you would get certain merchandise, or you would get in the game, or you'd be in the credits of the game, or whatever. So that's what we were kind of considering on that front. But we don't know, like, we're not trying to like be money grubbers, but we are trying to have like some community give and take if people want it. Because some people said, like, there's a Killboy Gaming who sometimes shows up like, how can I support your game? And he used to, he still does support my other Twitch channel, but it's like, well, by default, Killboy has to be in the game because he's provided so much support. But other people are like that. How else can I support you? And then we can give a little reward. Wait, I want to be in the game.
Wait, I want to be in the game.
Yeah, well, we will have some options for that. Use incentive if it helps. That's why I said. and I'm just annoying trash. Not trash. I think the word is garbage, Mike.
Wow, jeez. Self-deprecating much?
I'm just happy to let know that the game people know the game exists. Thanks again for making this. Baki-san, of course, we can't tell you how much we appreciate you. When you showed Derek a year ago the video and he had to do the double take
Yeah.
on the old style, right? Because we had like the weird sideways portal and like we were still figuring things out.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Wait, I have to hype responsibly." It was like such chills to watch that kind of reaction because
Mhm.
when he showed me the first example of this game, that's kind of how I was like, "What? How did you make it look like it was a 2D game with depth?" I think I even said it was like high fidelity 2D or something. I merely exist. So you know that was a very meaningful moment for both of us,
Mhm.
and I know Derek won't play the game until it's out fully, but I certainly hope we live up to his expectations as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're also going to play the game fully, but we saw how you played it, so it was super like
Yeah.
meaningful to us. How
Very.
you
Very,
You
very,
got
very,
it.
very.
you rocked it, you know. So, thank you. Is what I'm trying to say with lots of words.
Yeah. And anyone else who we've watched play so far too, you know, it's like, it's not, as a developer, when you go into stream, you have no idea what you're to expect from somebody who's playing your game live. So I always, when I enter a stream, I'm always like super nervous. I'm like, what are they going to think? What are they going to think? Because I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen, you know? And sometimes, you know, I like to play it chill. I just like to say, hey, I'm here. If you have any questions, just let me know, because, you know, I don't want to be in their way of playing the game, because that's not what I'm there for. I'm there for the reactions and to see what they think of the game. So, you know, anybody who's played it, no matter what you think of the game, thank you, because A, that's exposure for the game, which is great and awesome. Thank you. B, live reactions sometimes, like, it hits the feels a little differently, you know, because, you know, again, you're seeing somebody play your game like right then and there. It's not, you don't know what to expect, you know, you don't know what they're going to say, so it hits a little bit differently than just reading text from somebody. So yeah, it's been really fun to watch everybody play. Like Atticus, watching you earlier, even though I didn't get to stay very long, I appreciate it, and getting to meet you all is also part of the experience. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun for us.
You know, and there's sometimes like there are things that don't sit well with people, and we watched a streamer who really did not like Pyra's sequence to like a very obvious degree, and it's great. Honestly, it's great. Sometimes it's hard to see that sort of thing, but at the same time, it prompts change in our thinking, because you know
it's still doing it.
Pyra is supposed to have an experience that kind of sucks, right? This leader that gets kind of beat up on because she failed. And my thinking was, as a player, you're going through her experience, but you're kind of like separate. But people really, I think it's because you identify with your character enough that you get really mad that everyone's so mean to you. Like, this isn't fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's being mean to me. And we don't really want people to hate that experience. So we're going to be making some changes there, right? Which is very useful to know.
Right.
And helpful. I saw the chat here going on where Derek might be playing it. I'm telling anybody. That's funny. Some of the streamers have been entertaining, and then releasing a creative work in the wild is scary. The more effort put into it, the scarier it gets.
Yeah, definitely.
And Atticus says it would be cool to see this little thing where your dojo can get reputation and people want to visit the town and join the dojo. Yeah, I doubt that will happen. You've mentioned some ideas that are I don't know what the style of game is, but it's almost like the Pokemon or simulation type of thing where you can kind of grow an area. And while we want to do some mechanics that are similar to, like, maybe this is like far, if we get sales goals like way beyond what we have, something like a house that you can put stuff in, or you can earn reward that show up in your house.
Yeah.
Those sort of things, but like building up a town is not necessarily one of the mechanics we have. probably for a different game in the future. But this game, we're still trying to keep it scoped towards the JRPG style Chrono Trigger thing, where it's more about getting through the story as opposed to like building up an area.
Right. And you will eventually, spoiler alert, probably get to go back to Summiton at some point. But yeah, it's going to be a different experience. So
That's all we can say about that.
that's all we can say about that.
Funny looking back, if you look at where we are now, and you look at the character behaviors, you look at how the story comes together, most of that existed almost from the beginning, which is very interesting to see because we didn't develop the entire like fully fleshed out plot in the beginning. We put the bones together. We decided roughly where the players are going to go and the structure. And then as we've gone, we've enhanced what we're doing. And it's really, it's really come together. And you look back like, oh yeah, that was exactly how we planned it. That's exactly how we thought we were going to put it together. Really interesting to see that.
So I got this working. It works now. I don't teleport here. It's just I guess the new sheet didn't take effect on the save like it did previously. So I'm not sure if
Well, you can do the little checkbox, remember? The checkbox that makes it ignore save. What I made?
Yeah. You're making way too much sense, my friend.
So another thing we should tell people that are listening now is we knew this is going to happen, but we're going to have to solve this sooner.
Yep.
Save files have states like switches and numbers and things like that. And some of the bugs touch on that state. And unfortunately, if you have a save file in one state and we fix a problem in another, I'm not talking about like states in the United States, but the state of the game, like the true false 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The save file will be broke. Essentially, the save file is like out of sync with where the game should be. So we knew we'd have to solve this problem, but we didn't anticipate fixing quite as many areas where we have to go back and fix people's saves. We are working on a solution that we can retroactively correct data. And right now, we're just being extra careful as we watch it.
So I wonder if I could just apply that to these too.
Yeah, of course. Why is Pyra just standing there?
Pyra, it's because they are, when you enter on that scene, they're visible, right? So now they should be invisible, but because of the state that we saved it at, for whatever reason, it's showing up. So
yeah, just
use the
check
check
the
mark.
checkbox on them.
Check the checkbox.
I made a magical checkbox, and it ignores Smile Game Builder's because Smile Game Builder also saves the state of everything on the map, and that generally works if you're not doing as much crazy overwriting that we're doing. But we need to check the box to prevent it, so it'll actually reset the state.
Pyra. Well, maybe this is not. Let's see. Because Pyra's invisible, so yeah, it should just ignore it. We'll see. Hopefully that doesn't break out. I could always test the scene again and see what happens. All right, and then Sage. I don't think it'll break the scene. Go to node. Here's Sage. It's thinking. I'm trying to move the box. There we go. All right, ignore save state.
Box, man.
So let's try it again. See what happens. Let's just see what happens. Continue.
I think I finally figured out what the problem is with my stuff.
Hey, look at that. They're gone.
Easy
That's how-
peasy.
Yep. Let me test the scene, though. I want to test the scene. Continue. So I saved right before that, and that's where I need to be. Northwest. Yeah. Let's trigger the bomb again. Woot woot.
Trigger the
Yeah. That's one I could probably check off the list, eh?
We call you an ensign.
Kaboom.
Ensign Chekhov.
You're so funny. Look at that. The scene's playing out beautifully. All right, let's go get Sage.
No,
Wake up, Sage. Oh, you know what? I could fix this now that I see it happen. Because watch, Sage stands up here in a second. And he's facing the other way. Or they're facing the other way. So Let me fix that.
Did you see the one about the bandit boss on the bridge where the
I
bandit?
fixed that one. I did. I thought I put that one in process. Did I not?
Leave him in forever. Well, leave them in forever. It's funny that we don't really make a huge issue of it in the game, but Sage is a non-binary character. It's a character that we didn't specifically set a gender for, although we tend to, because we're bad ourselves at using proper pronouns, give a gender. But not everybody sees Sage as the same gender. It's kind of funny. Some people say she and some people say he.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny to see how people perceive Sage as a character.
Yeah, they're supposed to look androgynous too. So
as best as we can. It's kind of challenging to do that.
Yeah, it can be challenging because people just assume genders anyways, right? So
Sage is Sage, yes.
Sage is Sage.
Someone mentioned we haven't talked about this depth. Someone mentioned like a skill tree thing. I don't know if we're gonna do skill trees. I would like a level up screen maybe, but that's just scope that we'd have to add.
Oh
But
yeah.
we are looking at more like what games do this? Essentially like a class upgrade.
Yeah.
So the characters start like, Atlas starts as an archer, and then maybe his next one is ranger, and then his next one's like assassin or sharpshooter or something. So like we do want to do the notion that your character's base class upgrades. We don't have a system where you can be a different class, because we are trying to stick with that. The Chrono Trigger thing is you have one type of weapon or one series of weapons that you can use. Oh, sniper, there you go. One series of weapons you can use, right? If you're Pyra, it's anything that's like a long and pointy stick with something at the end. It could be like a halberd or a spear or whatever. And then of course Atlas's is any sort of weapon that you can shoot with, and then Sage, with magic, books and things like that. So we're trying to keep within the class, but we think we can do things like class upgrades. A rat on a pole. It would be funny to have weapons like that, right? Where you can have like a nonsensical weapon with a pointy thing at the end, or give Atlas a gun. Yeah.
Atlas
without spoiling too much, there is some high technology concept that might exist in the game, so it would be kind of funny.
It would be funny. It could happen. It could happen. You never know. Some of my favorite fantasy games were games that mixed genres. Like put in steampunk aspects or high technology that they run across. It's like it's like some ancient technology that was way more advanced than what their current technology is, right? So I always enjoyed that about some games. I mean, of course, Chrono Trigger uses the time aspect, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, Luca has a gun, right?
Luca has a gun. Sorry.
Oh, see?
This is the second time I did that.
I think the most likely DLC, like, if it would have been amazing if this early access went off like Game Busters, but I don't think we could have handled the volume.
I don't think so.
But one of our dreams is we have one more character we'd like to do as a main. And we already know how we would insert that character into the story. So you start as that character, but that's likely going to be DLC unless something really crazy happens.
Right.
But we really like to do that because I think it would make the full experience. Play Chrono Cross, that went way off the map and was so fun with the genre crossovers. Yeah, like we do, as you can tell, we like to take elements from classic games. We try to avoid on the nose references. So we're not trying to do like a scene for scene representation, but you'll see the inspiration in some of the sequences we put together or some of the types of things we introduce into the game. We're not really ones that like to say such a strong callback that you're like, wow, that's exactly Chrono Trigger, or wow, that's exactly a scene from Final Fantasy VI.
Right.
Although one of my more favorite scenes from Final Fantasy VI is the opera scene. I don't know why. I just really liked that moment where you had like rehearse the lines and go do a singing part.
Yeah, it was. I think it's just like you don't expect a game to go that way. I think
Yeah,
that's always like, that's kind of one of our themes, right? We wanted it kind of expect the unexpected. Like we want to surprise the player as much as we possibly can. You know, obviously, some stories become a little more obvious the longer that you're exposed to them. But there's always a chance things might end up differently than what you're expecting. Right, change rotation. Which, to that point, I think that just makes games more exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, Matzi, how you doing on the temple?
Great. Everything is perfect. Don't ask me any other more questions. I've got all the solutions.
Oh, okay. Let's switch over and he can show us exactly what's going on real quick. All right. So what's Matzi working on?
I think
Wait
what
a
I could
second.
do- what was I gonna do?
I thought it would show your screen. There it is. Ah, you're coding. Matzi's coding
Yes.
right now.
I think I figured out what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. I'm just not sure what to do about it. Instant level.
See, as
I
where
know.
Matzi can code, I can node. That's about the power that I have. Why
Oh
why
my
is that
God.
so funny to you?
I don't know. That just I wasn't expecting you to do that. It really threw me off emotionally.
Expect the unexpected with Drasray. Any plans on adding mimics? Mimics. Oh,
Mimics already exist, don't they?
they're not. None of the maps have them yet. So spoiler
Oh.
alert. Jeez.
We're not yet in the area.
It's not
You'd have
spoilers because I shared on social media a long time ago our first mimic monster, which back in the day, which is still kind of our approach. Anytime that I have something new to show that's not really gonna be a spoiler, I'll share on social media because why not, right? We want to keep the interest of our audience and you guys, and so who are I
Wait, they're
guess-
not our audience.
Yeah, they are. Anyways.
A toilet mimic. We
A
don't even have
toilet
toilets in the
mimic.
game.
We don't even. Oh yeah, we do. We have toilets. No, we don't. We
We
have
do?
sinks. We have sinks and stoves.
We have pots that we make jokes about them being chamber pots.
Chamber pots. Yeah. No.
Let's see, I'm in
Some of
wrong
the bigger
map.
maps later on, like there's stoves and sinks in Gilberry because it's slightly more like up to date town, right? It's a little newer, and so will later places have some of that stuff. But I don't think we have any toilets in the game. It's true. No toilets.
I mean,
no
it
toileto.
is
Sorry.
humorous. No toilets. We're the no toilet club. So here's the problem. What am I solving? love
Baños.
abusing
No
game.
baño. Why did I say
The T's
toileto?
on-
I know what toilet is.
Okay. Do you mean like a shiny object somewhere where you can't reach it and you got to figure out like the puzzle to get there? 'Cause I actually really like that too, and I think we're gonna have some puzzles that really emphasize that.
Yes. I forgot what I was doing just now. Oh yeah, I was gonna test Sage now because make sure their rotation is correct on that scene.
So when we wake up, we say, okay, on map, trigger update. Okay. So this is what happens. The update gets triggered. This is mad scientist time. Trigger update. There must be an update. Oh. Trigger update. Where does it happen? How?
Yeah, does
Why?
it happen?
Update fill triggers. Okay. Okay.
You got it? You good?
No.
Okay.
I'm almost there. I'm working on it.
Okay.
Should update.
I fixed
and
Sage.
Fix Sage. Good job.
I did.
So, the problem is the way the system works. I have to verbalize it because this is how I do it. This fill system is on top of the entire existing system. Update step 2, trigger step 3. Yeah. Wait, where's the step 3 at? Question mark, question mark. You fix the temple, and I'll be glad to put in another 10 to 20 hours. I'm working on it. Also, without spoiling too much, this temple is going to be much more than it is in the future. So I can state this water starts with a fill level, right? That was my solution. But the problem is when the map loads, if this fill level is set to 1, it's got to fill it up
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't detect that it needs to be instantly.
So you need a start fill level.
No,
Kind of.
I just need to figure out if you start the map and it already has a fill level, I need it to just instantly
fill. Right.
which we have if gates are open. We don't have it for water.
Mm.
So I have to figure out where to do that. And that's this is the hard part about what I do is he's looking through nodes and he's showing pretty stuff. I'm just looking at heckin' code.
Heckin'.
That's what I do.
Hey, it's cool. It's still cool for the code kids who know code. I'm not a code kid.
This dot trigger update. I think this is where it happens in update fill trigger.
Okay.
That's my theory.
That's your theory? You should test that theory.
I'm going.
In the meantime.
No mean times. Don't be so mean. What are you gonna do in the meantime?
I didn't put Ugly Facington on your head.
You put it over my face.
Good. Now Motzi is now Ugly Facington.
That's me.
Okay. I actually don't get to start playing yet. Any major updates? Major updates? We've been fixing bugs since the launch. So no, not since launch. We haven't had any major fixes.
A lot of bug fixes.
Major bug fixes. How about that?
New features coming down the pipeline.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to get cloud save working, but I had a realization that we have to make the cloud save be optional for people who already have save files.
Right.
That's going to be, I'm going to have a moment with myself to figure out the best way to do this. Because I don't know yet.
I'm taking Ugly Facington off your face.
I was kind of enjoying the fact to know that my face wasn't showing. The bestiary is something I want to get started on. Story stuff we got to keep cleaning up on the EA side.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, battles is the thing most people complain about. So I think battles is something we're going to have to prioritize to improve. We got some ideas. We did have phases of development planned for that, but if the battle system is going to be one thing that deters people, we want to get on that. There's also like cleaning up this pyro story a little bit. Some things we can make it just a little bit less annoying for people.
Mm-hmm.
And the tutorial section for understanding echo shift nodes.
Making maps a little bit easier to navigate, which is something I'll be working on since I'm the map designer. I'm the map man. I'm the map. Is that a song?
Map man.
Map man. No. I think there's a Dora song that goes, I'm the map or something like that. I don't know. Kids. This is what happens when you have kids. You start singing kids songs. What am I doing? Okay. It's the map. I think that's what it is. Drasmotzi Dada Do? I don't know what that means. Dabba Dabba Do? Terminating your bug list daily? Yes, we have been. Shorty, you have been giving us quite a bug list, which we appreciate. Yeah. I like it. I like the bug list. I don't like the bugs. I like the bug list.
Don't hate the bugs, hate the bug list. Wait.
No, don't hate the bug list, hate the bugs.
Yes.
Oh, I'm the map man. I see what you're saying there. Michael. Okay. What am I doing? I'm doing something. Should I share my screen now? Probably.
I mean, this is what I'm doing is not very interesting. I'm just saying. I'm debugging code.
I'm gonna turn your camera off.
You're doing things that look way more interesting. Turn my camera off?
No, I'm joking. I almost did. On accident. Why? Oh. Because I'm a terrible person. Okay, so
you do things on purpose, so I just figured.
Hey, Shorty, I'm tagging another bug of yours is in process. Once again, in
Joy.
process means that it's pending a push to a patch. So basically, I fixed it. It's in process. Once it's officially fixed and pushed, we'll change it to fixed and close the ticket. So you guys know that when it's been updated, it's been updated.
That's the ticket, baby.
That's the ticket. Wow, there's a lot. There's quite a few things that are going to come in this next update already. Which we may not update tomorrow, but the day after, because a lot of these are minor fixes. A lot of, like this morning when we had the urgent fix, we fixed that pretty quick. So.
Wait, we put minors in the game?
Shit. No, we didn't. Did we? I mean, we have children in the game, so. Guess so.
Well, we got another negative review.
Did we really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's.
They got mad about the. Wow, that's amazing. You know how you made the save happen for the shift node?
Uh-huh.
They were so mad that it apparently overrode their autosave that they decided to refund the game.
Wow.
No. So again, if you're out there listening and you've played the game, you can put a review.
Well, there's also an issue. The issue is back with where you can't save in the forest. So there's something else going on that I'm not catching. I thought I did too.
On every app, we turn it back on.
I don't know. Maybe it's not the switch that we thought it was. Maybe it's a different one that's getting switched in the process. Is there another one that?
You just use enable save or disable save, right?
I don't have that. No, I'm not using that.
Set save enabled? That's not what you used?
No.
Can you go to show me what you did?
I'm using the general switch for active cinematics because I thought it was just not getting triggered off. The active cinematics wasn't being triggered off. That's what I thought it was.
Depends on whether someone loaded the save though. If it was, I don't know.
No, because I saw it.
Let's reopen that as a ticket because if that's still happening, we need to correct it.
Yeah.
I'll go put a ticket on our side.
So they probably weren't able to manually save. But the auto save, I don't see how that would mess somebody up if they're going to the crystal. Because they're just...
when you talk to crystal, doesn't it auto save?
It auto saves for that character. But if maybe they accidentally chose a different character from the new game and they didn't want to, but that still would have auto saved when they booted it up.
Has anyone else heard that happen?
I don't know. That's an interesting problem.
Interesting problem.
Where is it? That ticket may be in our Jira, actually.
I'm gonna
save.
I think we fixed it, so I'm gonna just create another one.
Okay. No, I think it. Because I was watching Katie Cole play, and it happened. Mm-hmm. She couldn't save in the forest when she got there, and she has started a new game. Are you disabling the save at all during the events?
I should go look at that now. I know I need to fix this water thing, but that seems like a more critical.
Yeah.
A little concerning that somebody would do a refund purely based on that, but weird. That's so weird to me. People are harsh, man.
I think it's come to be expected. I mean, sometimes it doesn't take much, to ruin an experience for some people. So, I mean, on that note, I can kind of understand. But on the other note, I would say, again, this is an early access game. Things are not going to be perfect. And that's I would hope that's the expectation with early access. But some people, I don't think, fully understand that, or if they have a bad enough experience, I guess it's enough to leave a bad review, which I can understand. If that, I'm just not sure how the autosave would have affected, because the autosave happens all the time, right? It happens on every map.
I'm going to take a look, actually. Let's go see.
So, pretty bad if you have a disclaimer for early access game. Pretty bad if you have a disclaimer for an early access game. What do you mean by that, Shorty? Hello again, everyone.
It's pretty bad if you have a disclaimer and someone goes and gives you a negative because they ran into a bug.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's saying. Okay, let me go take a look, see if there's something going on with this.
Yeah.
Well, there's island. How would you lose all your progress? Because you even have the. Okay, let's go see. So I go talk to the node, and then it says the second option is stay on current path.
Right.
How did I lose my progress?
What do you mean? Yeah, I don't know how they would have lost any progress. That's where I'm confused. Is because the autosave happens automatically. It's not overriding like a save slot, right?
Yeah, it's so weird. So what can I say? And I can save from your save thing that you made. I wonder if there's like move the map.
Maybe because they didn't save, they didn't know that there was an autosave.
I don't understand how they thought they lost their progress, I guess, is the question.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is so they could have hit the node, started a new game with one of the characters because they were confused by the pop-up. And then, because it started in a new game, they just automatically assumed that they lost their progress.
Because their autosave would have been overwritten by the new game, right?
If they selected Pyra, yeah.
But it says, at a certain point, you come across a crystal that gives you option to stay on current path or choose another. Do not pick the second option. Oh, choose another path. Okay,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so they chose another path, but they started a new game with Pyra because we have that new game. Maybe we need to remove the new game feature from the load slot. At least for the character that you're already on.
Hold on, let me try this. Have to choose a different character. Maybe it like saves over Atlas?
No. What I'm saying is, did they start a new game with Atlas? Did they say specifically?
It doesn't say who they.
See, what I'm assuming is they chose new game with Pyra or whoever they were on, the current character, and that overwrote. That overwrote the autosave. That's a way that I can see somebody messing it up. And that's that's really more. That's really more. We didn't build in a protection for that. So.
Yeah, it's sort of an esoteric problem, but.
It's still, yeah. I mean, I think that's enough to make someone mad, though. I can totally understand, because you spent, especially if you spent like 2 hours getting to that point of the game, right?
But we do have the EA saves.
They could start at the but no one. Yeah, but some people want to keep their save, right? They worked on that save. That's totally understandable.
Unfortunately, we can't recover it for them.
Correct. And the best we can do is apologize to them and say, hey, look, we didn't build in a protection for that, and we're sorry, because that's not something we thought of, right? It's not something we didn't really think about would happen, right? So yeah, we need a way for the character or the player to save, like a window that pops up. We need the save window to pop up probably before the load window, or like again, we're working on ways to rework that entire process, but we need it to not overwrite autosaves for sure. I totally I can relate to that review. I'm not going to say that, yeah, that's a legitimate trigger. I'm not going to lie. I would probably get triggered from that. So we learn
Oh,
from
but
it.
the person, they were already dissatisfied with the quality of the game, so I suppose.
Right. Well, this is what we learn from, right? This is a lesson.
Yeah, this is how you learn. Um,
That's the only way we can treat it. You would toss your bed across the room if you lost your autosave? Yeah.
Well, you only lose your autosave if you do something that saves over it, like load another game with the same character, because the
Right.
autosave just
The
Right.
thing that I think they were assuming is that wasn't a load screen, that it was a save screen. That's how
is possible.
that is what I'm believing, is they thought that was a
So-
save screen instead of a load screen. So we might need to just leave that out for now so people don't get confused. That
Ultimately, we don't want to have the load. Like we don't.
Yeah,
we don't want to have that as the main thing. That you,
right, correct. So I think the best step for now is to remove the load screen. So people, that doesn't happen to more people, right? And in that way, that's an easy thing, right? So I can do that. Let's go back to, what is it? That's anonymous, right? It also happens in... So live bug fixing for our person who left a bad review, and I'm sorry that happened to them. I know they're not watching us, but...
Oh, they probably wrote us off, but I'm going to still respond.
Anonymous Forest Central. I mean, it's an oversight, right? So that happens when you're making anything, when you're in the creative process. Oversight is a symptom of the creative process. I mean, it happens, and that's why you learn from it. So let's see here. Because you can't possibly think of every end scenario, right? It's just not possible.
This is kind of how we've done it too. Like, there's things that we really want to do from the beginning, and some of it's just based on time, ability to like vet out a solution, get something that's workable versus perfect.
Michael does make a point. It does defeats the purpose of going back before in the shift node. Yes. I mean, we could add a warning message that this is a load screen instead of a save screen. That's the only other thing, but I mean, again, that we wanted it to feel like kind of a story element, right? So that's why we chose the dialogue we did with it, but some people are not going to get it. They're not going to understand what is happening with it. So in the meantime, it might pay off to be a little bit more direct until we find a better solution. We don't have a load save screen option from nodes. Not sure if Motzi could provide that at quickly, but that would be a limitation of what we can currently do with the system, Michael. Unfortunately. So it would be something we have to add. So for the time being, we have to come up with a solution that doesn't include loading the save screen. Then time for a limit break. Yes. How quickly could you get a load like because I think I could swear that SGB has a built-in load save screen option, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I can go to the common events and find out real quick. So if SGB has a built-in option, maybe Motzi can make a node for it in some fashion.
I'll get caught up in a second. I'm just typing.
Okay.
I like to get this stuff over with so I don't have to think about it afterwards.
Let's create a new advanced event, and let's see what we got here.
What was the question?
If SGB has a built-in save load function, or not save load, save screen, like it just shows the save screen first. Could you just make that a node?
I have a similar thing for that, like the load screen. It's the same thing as the load screen. It's just a save screen.
Oh, you do, but it's the new save screen.
Yeah, it's the new one.
Oh, the one that might be broken right now.
I don't think it's broken. I think it works. I just don't have a node for it right now. I have to create it. Anyway, well, I mean, it's a legitimate complaint.
Oh, there's disable save, but there's not like show save screen.
That's a bummer. We're trying to get ahead of these reviews, and it's like.
Do you want to
I
mention
suppose
the
the
banner
amazing
at the
part-
top of the Steam page now?
Huh?
What are you talking? I'm sorry, Michael. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
The banner at the top of the Steam page.
Yeah, Dan Van Dam. That's what I'm thinking. Is maybe we just have a text that pops up. This is a load screen, not a save
Oh.
screen.
Oh, that banner. Look at the Steam page. So, so Bit Summit is it in Japan or
Yes.
Korea?
It's in Japan.
In Japan. Bit Summit is a big gaming event in Japan that is happening or starting the end of this week. If you guys are in Japan, go there. Or if you want to just tell people who might know or be around, Michael and the GGA team are going. It's the biggest indie event. Okay, fine. It's in Japan. Whatever. It's this weekend. Our game will be there. And feel free to go check it out if you can be there. Come and smack me in the face, please. Or just rub his head. Choosing another path caused you to lose progress. Wasn't that just temporary, or the other characters? Well, here's what we think happened. The person never used manual save. They just relied on autosave. Then they got to the node to choose another path, and they chose a new game on the same character, and that replaced their autosave with the new character they chose, which was the same character but new.
Right.
So now we're losing ground on these reviews.
Yep.
Oof.
So if you haven't left a review yet, a
Bummer.
review would be great. Help
That's it,
balance it out.
I suppose if we had lots and lots of reviews and it was mixed, that would be more concerning. But it's so hard to balance these, man.
Yeah,
It's like,
it is.
People are really fast to give you a thumbs down without even giving an opportunity to address their concerns.
Right.
It's
And
I'm
like-
done.
I mean, like we've said before, we even had a QA team go through all of this, right? And we still missed things. And this is an oversight where we didn't think of how a player could mess up their autosave doing this, right? Which makes sense now in hindsight, right? Totally.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we make the currently played character not loadable? See, that's my thought, is just only show the other two characters.
What if you want to go back as one your same character? I don't know.
No, I don't think there's a point to that. Again, it's going to overwrite the autosave. So if you're relying on autosave, that's not the path, right? And we have to think about the people who do not manually save, right? We have to
How do
include
you
them.
play an RPG and not manually save?
We have to think about the people who don't
I
manually save.
I know. I just don't understand.
Motzi, we have to think about the people who don't manually save. Let me say that again.
I get it.
So we have to. Some people like to watch the world burn. Yeah, sure. Some people like to fly through a game without saving. I get it. I've played games like that before because autosave is a feature in new games that you don't have to save anymore. I've played God of War Ragnarok with not saving, or not Ragnarok, the God of War. I'm playing God of War Ragnarok right now, but I never manually saved in that game. I just relied on the autosave. Speedrun strats, right? There you go. Just rely on the autosave. Go to the last nearest spot, right? Which makes sense. There's people that are going to rely on the autosave, and we can't control that. That's not something we can control. So we fix it. That is our only option. We make it better. We iterate and we apologize profusely for someone losing their save because that sucks.
That they refunded, which is really
Yeah, I don't blame them for a second for refunding the game for that. I do not.
Yeah.
I cannot. I don't see a flaw in that thought process at all.
No, I'm not saying that they're wrong. I just it sucks, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it sucks for us. Yes.
and I think what we were talking about earlier is that I
Mhm.
don't think a lot of developers and development teams and indie devs invest the same amount of time in the community. So if you have a bad experience, you're like, well, the heck with these devs, right? Because they probably didn't have any visibility into the fact that we're here ready to help.
Right.
Or maybe they don't care, which is also very possible.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
anyway,
there's any number of possibilities.
draft, I don't have anything in my code that disables save when the cinematics is enabled. Everything that happens is an actual command. So when we talked about fixing this, I meant going to every map and doing the node that enables or disables save.
Oh, see, I wasn't clear on that. So we can fix that.
It's very clear to me that's
Right.
clear.
But I had been using the
Did you test it? Because you said that you tested it.
yeah,
before.
I did. I went through the portal and I was able to save. Right after that.
Figure this out.
But no,
Pretty
let's
sure.
add that to it.
Maybe
Maybe
like every map.
yeah, just every
Heck
map.
We're just gonna make sure. So if you have it saved with that disabled, it'll be enabled.
I can just go back to the Anonymous Forest and enable it. Yeah. Let's
Oh,
not.
I can do that while you're fixing things.
Well, I
'cause-
don't know what to. Oh.
Right. Well, ostensibly, I know what I'm doing with it.
Okay. Bug
We'll find out
testing that autosave lost me some progress, but I accept the challenge. Yeah, Shorty. I mean, obviously,
But not everybody.
yeah.
feels the same, right?
Not everybody feels the same way. And
I wonder if there's a gap in people's understanding of what the demo is too. I would rather people play the demo before they buy the game.
mhm.
But like, why would you buy the game
Well, okay.
before you play the demo?
Think about an impulse consumer. They see something really cool like our game, and they're like, "I want to buy that. I want to support it." And then they play it, and they come across a bug like that. Okay.
Right.
The impulse buyer did not expect that to happen.
Your face is an impulse buyer, is all I'm saying.
It's just consumers, right? Which, again, that's customer service. We are here to make that better, and we will. It's just
What I was really trying to get at was what I was really trying to say was, I suspect people don't realize the demo is the game.
sure,
I suspect the reason they wouldn't get the demo is, I'm not going to play a demo of this. It's like,
right. It's
so just buy the game. And the demo is the game. And maybe
Mhm.
we need to work on our messaging around that so that
Maybe.
we drive people to try the demo. I would rather them do that before paying for the game and refunding it, right?
sure,
I
but
don't know.
they get to the same point in the game. I guess he wouldn't have bought the game to begin with, so then he wouldn't have left the review. So
They wouldn't have, yes. Okay, so I
So-
need to go find the forest.
but at the same time, we're not going to be able to control all impulse buyers.
Yes, we will control everything. That's the whole goal. Control the world.
I
Come
say
on,
we
man.
fix the problem. Let's fix the
I
problem.
thought we had our plans of world domination.
Oh, we do. They're just slow burning.
Enable, disable, save. Is enabled.
I
true.
tested the desert temple so many times and thought we had it in a great place. I was wrong.
It's Michael. Really, that's right. It's Michael's fault. Everything is Michael's fault.
You take bad reviews the first month, fix everything, and keep pushing forward. Right. I mean, you see this a lot with early access games, and I've noticed it. And that's why Steam built in the contingency of most recent reviews, right? Because people will try a game early. They'll slaughter it, right? They'll say, "Oh yeah, this is bug city here." And then
oh yeah, this is bug.
and then, and then you wait a few months, and those more recent reviews will kind of overshadow the previous
Yeah.
reviews. So
I understand fundamentally how it works. I think that when you're spending this much time,
mhm,
'cause I work full time during the day and then do this at night,
right.
and you're like staying up until 2 o'clock in the morning, and then you see that sort of thing. It's just really
Yeah. Oh
hard.
yeah. No, I feel the same. I'm trying to be more positive this time around.
You need to stop it. Just be negative. Just like
You're
"Rah!"
addressing issues so quickly this early. People will feel heard. It'll balance out and prevail in the long. I agree with you, Shorty. We will prevail. Prevail.
like a fight.
So,
We will win. We will fight and we will win.
so how do I fix this issue, Matsi?
How do I live without you?
Because since we don't have an option to show the save screen right now, what do you think the best?
Oh, were you trying to fix the node issue?
Yes, we're gonna have to address it, at least in the next update.
I think
It's a hard one. It's hard. It's a hard question.
right, but this goes back to the thing we're trying to solve overall, right?
Mhm.
Because so the short-term fix don't there's no short-term fix because I don't know. There's not an easy short-term fix without like fundamentally changing UI or something. Because the problem isn't it would happen no matter what, even if you loaded a map. Even if you loaded a save, it would overwrite the autosave at the node, right?
Right. Right. So that
It
character's
doesn't solve the problem even if you take away the ability to start a new game.
right. Or, I mean, the only thing I can think of for the time being until we fix the issue is because I don't know that very many people are using that feature to begin with. I don't know. We'll have to maybe we'll
Well,
have
then
to
why would you see? Okay, then why would you invest the time to fix it, right?
right.
I want to fix this because it's really important, but I don't think a lot of people are using it. It's like,
Not well. That's because we haven't explained it very well right now. You know what I mean?
well, then what we need to do is move forward with our plan to explain it well and change exactly how this works.
Okay.
Right? 'Cause one of the things we talked about was having a save slot that was
Yeah.
specific to the yellow note.
Mm-hmm.
That like it was a slot. Anytime you interact with it,
Mm-hmm.
the last time you did gets saved in that spot, so that
Right.
it doesn't mess with auto saves or anything. That's what you would do. But like this problem happens even if you don't have the yellow note.
Yeah.
By the way, I forgot that we were streaming. I felt like we were just talking for a second. So, because this is what happens when we start talking about the problems. Think about it. Even if the player exited the game and started new, it would get rid of their autosave.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't have a good solution. I don't think it's the node that I think the person just wasn't happy with the game anyway. So they were just like finding a reason.
Oh
So,
no, I think that's a big to me that's a big enough reason to because if you lose all of the progress that you just spent
No, but listen, I'm saying this is lit. We're screaming. Got to remember this. What I'm saying is, even if they didn't talk to that node and they quit the game and they decided to start fresh, like, oh, I'll choose the same character, their autosave will
Right.
get lost.
right.
It's not just the node thing, and I think that there's a bigger problem if you're really trying to solve that issue. And I don't know a good way
Mm-hmm.
to address it.
Well, I'm
Um,
just saying take out the easy way to break it, not the going back to the title screen and pressing new game. The easy way to break it is just to choose that load a new game option for the character that you're currently playing.
Yeah. So there's so many different things we could do here.
I know it's a lot to think about, especially on stream.
I stopped thinking that I was streaming. I keep forgetting that we're streaming, so I don't think that's the problem. One thing we could do Well, there's a couple things. Yes, the easiest one would be just don't present them with your current character to select, right? So that would at least prevent that particular scenario. That doesn't solve the autosave issue. Part of me wonders, when you start a new game, if we need to like retain a history of autosaves.
That's what Wallaber's saying right now.
Oh, well, Wallaber mind melds me sometimes. He was me on the side. I'm
Wallaber's
not actually thinking.
Wallaber's saying
Wallaber's typing to me like subliminally.
have like the 3 most recent autosaves available, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, is that have a way in which we can have like extra saves specific to autosave. I don't think I'd want to keep the 3 most around. I would only retain an autosave if you started a new game, I think. Because otherwise it's going to get out of whack. It's going to get insane. And then someone's going to complain that it didn't save the 3rd one for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to make it. It's just, people find reasons to complain. But I was thinking more that if you go to start a new game, it would like keep some. And instead of being a vertical, it could be like a horizontal. Like you'd have like horizontal autosaves spots. You can kind of go back by a certain number. I guess, yeah, to your point, we could just have a history of autosave.
Yeah, so the easiest solution to fix the current problem is taking the current character out of the load screen.
I don't know if that's the easy thing. I got to see how my code works again.
Right. Well, I mean, that's
those tabs.
Maybe the faster solution right now.
Can you just make a ticket for it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna solve it right now. I'm gonna solve it tomorrow.
Well, that's fine. We're streaming.
Also, by the way,
solve it right now.
literally how we talk. Like, I'll just make a ticket. Take a look.
Yep.
I just give up. Just do the Microsoft. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yep.
Doing this will make you hate the game and give a negative review. Oh, man.
Look, this is part of the learning process, and I'm sort of on board this time around because it's not my problem I have to solve.
I'm all the YOLOs right now. Just every YOLO that I've just throwing them all out.
So we may have to have 2 different types of load screens. One load screen for the node and a load screen for the load screen.
That's your face. We're not doing.
Yeah, we have to, because how do you load?
No, don't even stop trying to solve the problem. Just identify the issue. We'll work on solving the problem. There is a maxim in doing software development, especially if you're not the one doing the work. Don't solve the problem. Identify the problem. Identify what needs to happen and what the
okay,
issue
so
is.
what should the ticket say? Tell me what the ticket should say.
Make it better. Just make everything work perfectly. Put that as the ticket.
No, I
If
can't.
you're just trying to sabotage your autosave.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Solve
What's
the problem.
It's a temporary fix, right?
With being able
prevent. No, just say it's prevent. So it's echo node prevent player from choosing the same character on load screen.
Yeah, prevent player from choosing current character.
It's really Michael's fault because he never tested this use case.
Yep. Sorry, Michael.
Wallaber, thanks for the commentary.
We'll just blame Michael. We'll just say Michael did not catch this bug for us, so oops. Just kidding. Prevent the player from choosing current character on load screen.
I hate everything not being perfect.
I know. It's
not even that. It's that we thought things were a little bit.
I have so many saves. Well, yeah, Michael, it's the same for us, right? So we save. We don't rely on the autosave. But again, we can't discount the people who rely on autosave. So
yeah, we can. Just kidding.
Shut up. Shut up. You're gonna make us look bad.
Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
No, seriously.
Okay, Anonymous Forest South. That is the space that you go to before you get to the yellow node, right?
That's one of them. There's 2 possible. There's the
I know. We're good. We're good.
waterfall.
I got it. Anonymous.
Some of us are OG. Some trust the system. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't blame, especially people who play a lot of
I
modern
blame all
games.
of them. Every last one. You're all to blame.
I'm gonna play the other way here. I don't blame the people who play modern games and rely on autosaves. I can't blame them because
Modern auto saves require modern solutions.
yep, basically. So I'm sure we're not the first to come into this situation. I'm absolutely positive that we're not the first.
But you know what I can say?
Hmm.
We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it.
It's a retro. Well, we can't force people to think and in fact, we don't want only retro people playing our game. We want all people to be playing our game, right? All the people who would be attracted to our game, they should play it if they want to and enjoy it if they can. So,
What's the map that is after the? Oh, that's the. Never mind. It's the river one. Okay.
yeah. The spring. So there's 3 possibilities.
Well, the problem with that one is I got to figure out sequencing.
Mm-hmm. But if we put it on the central map, that should definitely help.
You're a central map.
The anonymous central one, which I have a setup already there for.
I got it. We're good. We're gonna make everything's gonna be great.
People are not even. I'm gonna have them watch your screen because I'm not doing anything right now. I'm almost in the let's go to bed mode kind of deal.
Together?
No, not us together. As
You
in
think-
me. Let me go to bed mode. Me go to bed mode.
Oh, that's what I totally didn't understand.
Of course you didn't.
What was I doing? Sequence. Is it sequence?
There we
There we
go.
go.
Dress snores. Yeah, I'm just gonna conk off. See who's gonna take my place. You know who's gonna take my place.
Hey, look, it does. It's supposed to set save enabled.
Dress is no longer Dress. Dress is
Dress.
ugly Facington.
This is where it's supposed to happen.
Let me
So
flip
what?
ugly Facington again. There we go. Ugly Facington is helping Motzi code right now.
Monty codes.
Motzi,
I don't
what are you
understand.
doing? What is that red stuff on your screen?
Will
Looks
you stop?
dangerous.
I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand. I set save enabled.
That's a pure tempting
that-
effort.
It gets set and it gets enabled. What are you
Oh, I love it.
on here?
Hey, Motzi, what are you doing over there?
You need to animate it like it's a little.
I'm bouncing him up and down, so when he
Look,
talks.
it says set save enabled. It says it right there. It's
Okay.
saved. It's enabled.
So that's where I'm confused too. If it's getting enabled, how's it getting disabled? We gotta find something. Motzi, I need your help.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
You're my only
let's
hope.
see. So, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch
Valkrisa,
sky.
the chicken makes a good point. Yes.
Krista, hello. How are you? How's your game dev going? I saw some things you posted recently.
Valkrisa, welcome to the street. I'm ugly facing.
Your little like scene with the 2.5D ish. I'm not sure what you call the style because you're using 3D objects now.
Yeah.
We don't set save in this map.
What? So there's like a. Is there like a flag?
What's causing it to stop? What is causing
Oh,
stop?
stop.
Collaborate and listen. Monty's back with a brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly. Flow like bad code daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Start to find bugs and I. Low.
Yeah.
Low. Let's see. So we set it to false one spot, and we set it to false another spot.
Gotta
Don't do
drop
any-
that code. Really go bold. Destroy that buggy code in the zone. Yeah, that's right.
I could probably make an Ice Ice Baby for coding, because you can just go to ChatGPT and tell it to. Hey, give me a rap in the style of.
Do it. I dare you.
No, I'm working. I'm
Oh,
actually
sorry.
working. You
Sorry.
do it. I'm working.
I can't. I don't
Some
know
of
how
us
to.
have bugs to fix, Drass.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I get your point.
Yeah.
I get your point.
I don't know what my point is
Actually,
anymore.
no, I fixed that. I did fix the unlimited essence potions from the chest. That was interesting.
You're an unlimited essence potion.
And then we have an unlimited potions via the chicken quest. Now, I'm not 100% sure how we can fix that one. We have to keep the player from walking. That's how we fix that one.
If you go back into the area, it'll disable again. Is one problem.
Ice Cody.
Ice, Cody. I don't understand how people are getting into this weird state, man.
Yeah. We'll have to figure it out. Do we want to go ahead and wrap up? It is close to.
Let me just do one more thing.
Okay.
No, I gotta prove that I'm working.
Oh, okay.
Central 1.
So we're past our 2-hour mark.
Yeah, but we're almost at the 11:30 mark, so we're good.
Yeah, that's true. We got 4 minutes. You have 4 minutes to fix this problem. No pressure.
Like I'm trying to save the world. You know, like the movies where the hacker is trying to like save the world.
You should hear my music right now. It's the Final Fantasy VII remake soundtrack with it's one of the battle themes right now. It's totally setting the pressure tone right now.
Wait, isn't there a Central 1? Where's Central 1? Oh, just Central. Like I thought there was one with the 1 after it. It's just Central.
More people playing, more weird stuff says hi. More people playing, more weird stuff says hi. Never had that happen.
No, so you guys know that Michael is a native English speaker. He's from America, but his grammar is so terrible that you think that he was non-native speaker.
No, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's like me when I'm tired.
About this.
I don't make any sense when I'm tired.
It's daytime for him. He's not
That's
allowed
true.
to be tired.
You know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. That's the problem half the time.
More people playing, more weird stuff says hi. So he's saying that the more people that play, the more weird stuff that happens. And it's saying hello to our faces. The weird stuff is saying hi. The weird stuff that happens.
Whatever.
I get you, Michael. I understand you right now. Don't you worry.
I added the thing. See, Drass,
Hello,
look at the
darkness,
note.
my old friend.
Look at the
Good one,
note.
Shorty.
I added this.
Uh-huh.
I added this to enough maps that it will get enabled.
Yeah, just do it.
We'll solve the other thing. But look at this. Look what I did. I did a little thing where I can just like navigate to all the different
Oh,
nodes.
I forgot what that was, and I was trying to remember what it was. It's double click, right?
No.
Oh, it's alt click. Or control click. Okay, gotcha. Control click. Poor Moxie.
I love that you don't let me finish. Like, all I have to do is say the thing, and you won't let me finish it.
Okay.
Whew, okay, we're good. We're good. I'm fine. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us tonight.
It was fun.
Again, we hit our 1K goal of
Yes.
sales. Slightly over it.
1,000. That is really good.
$1 million billion.
Billion dollars. No.
So that's it's a pretty big achievement. It hasn't even been a week since we launched. So one of our main goals have been hit. Well, one of our starting goals. So we will be getting the desktop, which I think I actually have. Here.
You have the image? Oh, the desktop background. No, it's not that one. I made a new one. I'll give it to them. So it's
Well, do you
like
wanna
that. It's like that. Yeah, I can show it. Let me get my
Okay,
screen
show
up.
it then. Show it, don't grow it, baby. Wait,
Whatever that
what?
means. All right.
I don't know.
So
You're
here's our
right.
sales goal, but the background is actually in my documents.
Hey, sales rules.
And here's the background.
Oh, it has the words on
It's
it.
got the Alterium Shift logo, right? And then it's got the sparklies in the background. It just looks nice. It looks really
Yeah, it
nice.
looks better than mine. You're right. Maybe I'll change mine to that one.
So That's the background that we'll be sending out as part of 99K. Let's go. Let's do this.
As part
that
of
would
the
be awesome.
99K.
That would be amazing. Yeah. Anyways, this will be the background that you guys receive. We'll include it in the file structure, probably with instructions how to pull it out of there, out of the game file. So it'll just probably be in the game.
In the game?
Right.
No, just distribute it, dude. Just put it out there. We're not doing.
Oh, I thought it was just for the early access people.
No.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
that would be silly.
Would that be silly? Okay, then we'll put it up.
I don't know. What do you guys think we? Because then anyone can get the file and share it. All it's doing is
That's
being
true.
weirdly esoteric for no reason.
That's true.
I
Okay,
happen
then
to
we'll
use the
just
word
share it. We'll put it on the Discord. How about that?
Share it, don't care it. Yeah, we'll have a place on Discord where we can share things
Okay.
somewhere. I'm not sure.
All the people should have it. That's true.
All
Okay.
the people, as many peoples as we can.
We'll put it out there.
So we also made sure we want to make sure we deliver as part of this our eternal gratitude. So here it is. You can. It's kind of not very tangible, but we'll just shove it through the camera. Hopefully
You can look into my eyes.
take all the eternal gratitude. We will have no more after this, so I want to make sure we get it out there.
Refund if no wallpaper. Dang, Shorty. Dang, Shorty.
Yes, it gets us right in the the kicker.
Right. Jeez. You got to bring that up now? Just kidding. Anyways.
So tomorrow's the end of the sale. If you know anybody who might want the game, please share. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
And our next goal is 2.5 copies sold. We will have an announcement on Thursday. We'll actually we'll just push out the announcement, which will include an update, which we hope will be really happiness for people.
Yeah.
But we do have some ideas that we might slightly change some things on this goals.
On
The numbers are going to stay the same, but we appreciate even where we've gotten now.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yep.
Everybody. Even if you're not listening, just thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
For everything, feedback or otherwise, even the negative reviews. But again, if you've purchased the game and you'd like to give us a review, we would say, yay, thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do.
Because right now, with the number of reviews we have, any negative review really actually significantly affects
Yeah.
the
Yeah, because we're
the
sitting at mixed right now. We were at mostly positive earlier today. So that's how quickly it can change. Earlier today, mostly positive. Now we're at mixed, which is unfortunate. And yes, come smack me at Bit Summit. So yeah, if you guys are in Japan for Bit Summit, go smack Michael and say say
weird
hi.
thing to say, but okay.
Well, he said to say that. So
do we want to raid somebody? Should we? It's not. Ash isn't a developer, but she's really cool. We could raid Ash said hi. She played the game.
Do you know how to set that up? Because I don't know how to set that up.
Yes, it's very complicated. It's a magical sequence of keys that you can press.
Okay.
I don't even know if I should share it with you because it's too magical.
Okay. Well, you do it because I have no control right now.
That's true. That's typical in our relationship.
All right.
All right. We're gonna go send some love to Ash. She's been so amazing and
Yeah.
helpful.
Super supportive.
I don't know why that didn't start the raid. Do we not have the ability to raid?
We should.
I'm a moderator.
Do I have to raid from Streamlabs?
Are raids not enabled?
Or how do you not? How are they disabled? You want to go look at that real quick?
Oh, that's why. Well, I'm a moderator. I don't have the reason. Okay, let me go onto our account. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I was on
You
the-
have to be in our account. That makes sense. Fueling
could
the
get-
jet now. Yeah, dude. I wish I could go to Japan.
It gets
Someday.
jetter and jetter.
Someday.
Oops. Mute site. Someday we'll be together. All right. There we go. We're going to go send some love to Ash Said Hi. She's played our game. We saw her at PAX. Unsolicited, really. I mean, I think we said, hey, come check us out if you can. She's been amazing.
Yeah.
So we're just, she plays retro games. She's cool. She's a great person to see. Obviously, very popular streamer as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to go pop in, say hi to her, and Drash and I will talk about more streaming in the future. We might just keep doing this during the schedule I used to have, but we'll see.
Yep.
Thanks again, everybody. We will see you on the Discords
Yep.
and stuff.
See you next time.
All right. Thanks all.
Bye.